I mean, what do we got here? The Norwegian screwdriver? I mean, we're about to throw it in, right? All right. Here we go. Fredric AASBO and Simon. Simon says, let's see what you got. Fredric AASBO around that first front clip, now transitioning up the hill. Simon Olsen bringing it up, getting gapped here a little bit. Welcome to Formula Drift, Simon. And coincidentally going against another Norwegian. Flames being thrown down here as the brand new Rockstar livery on the vehicle. He's loving gold. Looking vehicle, I mean, two fantastic looking cars. Two different setups, you know. Simon running the 2J and Fredric AASBO running the OE engine setup that Stefan Papadakis has absolutely manipulated. Here we go, Simon Olsen initiating. Fredric AASBO chasing him down around that first front clip. Goes Simon Olsen now back up the hill. This is why Fredric AASBO, one of the best in the biz, a former champion, a real contender. This is the year he wants to go back, you know, gets another championship. Does he have the formula to take it to the top? Simon Olsen transitions, looks like Fredric AASBO. Look at this. He pulls away from him. Now bringing it past that touch and go and around that final front clip. And there is Simon Olsen and Fredric AASBO. Now this FD, you know, first time comer in the top 16, Eve Meyer. Here we go, Fredric AASBO, Jeff Jones. What do we got? AASBO and Jones. AASBO with that Rockstar Toyota Supra, a nasty initiation there. Really well done. Jeff Jones taking that more straight line approach, but very fluid. Gotta love this. As AASBO comes now into the keyhole, into that second outside zone. Jeff Jones right there. Jeff Jones cannot be shaken. Mr. 818 worldwide, bringing it to the former champ of AASBO. Look at that, Ryan. Jeff Jones.
Where he's going to want to stay aggressive to Jeff Jones.
Oh man, people around the world watching. Jeff Jones, his wife in the building. AASBO. Don't know where Hunter's at, but here we go. Jeff Jones leading. Fredric AASBO giving chase. Jeff Jones initiating into that first front clip. And look at that transition. Wow. Well done. Look at AASBO just nicking that course marker. Jeff Jones swinging for the fences. Fills that second outside zone into that second front clip outside of the keyhole. Oh, Jeff Jones shot it outside wide. Then tries to tighten it up there on that touch and go. And then Jeff Jones across that front clip. Man, what do you think? Riley Ongpin, and here we go as they leave the start line. Fredric AASBO, Jonathan Nairn. AASBO, nasty flick into that wall. Yeah, Wagaret. As AASBO now comes down from the bank. And then, oh, Nairn, wrong side of the tracks there, my friend. Oh, man, and he did that earlier. And AASBO continues on. That will be an obvious advantage, as that will be an incomplete. Nairn, if you can recall, when they went to the power alley, center portion of the course, he went completely off. That wasn't incomplete, so he really needs to step it up. And I'm wondering why AASBO called that competition timeout. Now Nairn rises to the occasion, literally. As AASBO, you can see him bathing in the smoke. And Nairn brings it around. And Ryan, a great lead run by Nairn, but just two Rockstar energy drink changes their graphics here in 2021. All right, coming out of the start chicane, here goes Fredric AASBO. Jeff Jones got to try to gain some ground, but he does not. Here we go. Here comes Jones. AASBO high on the bank. Now coming down into that transition. There's some sparks being thrown. And Jones, really good at that transition, takes out that second inside clip. Looks like AASBO gaining some grip. Wow. But look at Jones. Again, lights illuminate, extinguish. It's go time. Send it. Jones and AASBO. Into that first outside zone. What's Jones got? AASBO right there on the side of that Nissan 370Z. Now coming down to the transition, allow him to transition in front of him over that jump. AASBO does go tighter on that second inside clip. Shallow on that second outside zone, Ryan. And Jones, oh, he loops it across the finish line. That crutch to lean on if something goes south. So here goes Fredric AASBO on that Rockstar energy drink, Ditto tire, Toyota GR Supra. Fredric AASBO initiates a massive gap between AASBO and Kazuya Taguchi, the up garage ISR 86. Now coming to the flat ball. Oh, Kazuya. That's not where you want to go. I believe that might have been 4, right? I mean, that was way off course. So I just quickly, and Kazuya Taguchi qualified 11th.
Here we go. Kazuya Taguchi out front. Fredric AASBO in that chase position. Is he going to throw it in and go for the gusto? Is he going to kind of pedal back and save some in the tank to just make sure that he gets the job done? Oh boy, oh, Kazuya Taguchi exit stage left. So that VR powered Toyota 86. So AASBO finishes out the course. Just want to make it a perfect event. Here we go, Justin Pollock sending Fredric AASBO in the chase position. Justin Pollock in that Falcon Tires Ford Mustang. Wow, quick rate to angle, Ryan. We haven't talked about that much, and that's what we're looking for from JTP. But it allows Fredric AASBO to really have some confidence there on the transition. Oh boy, over the jump. Look at Fredric AASBO. That's what we've been looking for all day, all weekend. And there it is from Fredric AASBO. Sensationalized. Not over-sensationalized, but it looked awesome because of the proximity and matching the angle. Here we go. Fredric AASBO's out front. I'm sure JTP is going to want to play as well. He knows one of these drivers, their battle or their weekend is coming to an end here. Who's going against Denofa? AASBO or JTP taking a massive swing for the fences is Justin Pollock, but Fredric AASBO continues on through the course. The gold nose, a great effort there by Justin. JTP, originally from Kalamazoo, Michigan, creator of Hotline, Lord Fredric, the Norwegian Hammer, AASBO. Justin Pollock got second overall in one season and championship. Wow, look at the smoke kicking off that front right. Smoke is coming from all over this vehicle as, holy cow, you cannot see half of that vehicle. What is happening? I think the engine is going.
What is going on? Oh my gosh.
Man.
Oh, this is exactly what we need.
Here we go. Denofa and AASBO send it. Here we go. The finals are set. Denofa throwing it into the bank. AASBO chasing him down. These guys, oil schmoil, no big deal. Here we go. Down into the power alley. Sparks go flying. Fredric AASBO transitioning past him. Look at, good job by Chelsea Denofa out front. A little bit of a gap separation here from Denofa and AASBO. And the battle of the 24. It's an all Nitto Tire final as Chelsea Denofa, the BC Racing Nitto Tire Ford Performance Mustang RTR, ready to round. He sent it into the big bank. Sparks go flying, and look at Chelsea Denofa. Jumps to the side of Fredric AASBO. Right there, Sparks once again jumps up to the side. Massive angle from Chelsea Denofa in the chase position. Hunting him down. The Norwegian Hammer gets sweated by Denofa. This is run one of this top 32 battle, the non-energy drink top 32 battles. AASBO initiates into the outside zone. Ooh, look at this, and Josh Reynolds gets thrown off. Oh, we got some more rain coming down, and Josh completely thrown off. AASBO, this man's drifted on ice, drifted on water, drifted on all the conditions, man. So unfortunately, that will not help Josh Reynolds. AASBO continues on through the course, but Reynolds already with major mistakes throughout the entirety of the course run.
Yeah,
in order to advance on. And a clear run here from Josh Reynolds, or a clear start. The event Silsberg Eurofighter BMW, you see him just almost there. We go now, gets out to the outside zone. And Ryan, the umbrellas are back up. We are catching some more water out here. Wide swing around that front clip. Josh Reynolds having a difficult time here in the wet. And just taps and roosts that dirt. I just look over at you.
This is the DJ way.
Yeah, he looks sick, bro. He looks really cool. He looks so cool. Fredric AASBO, Dylan Hughes coming down. Both these guys driving phenomenal in the wet, and we talked about that gearing being changed in that Toyota Supra of Fredric AASBO, but Dylan Hughes with the drying out conditions. And, oh man, are we seeing? No, it looks like just some spritz up in the air, a little spritz as Fredric AASBO comes through. Ooh, some little correction as he straight kind of beelines it towards that front clip. And now coming into that final outside zone, AASBO and Hughes. Let's take a look at this again.
Just still thinking about how you're wearing your headset. All right, so here we go with Dylan Hughes out front. You see Freddie jump the light, which is allowed. We got a clean start. Who's moving on? Oh, our second to last battle, a little hippie shake, little shimmy shake there into that first outer zone. Now into the second. Look at AASBO lunging up. Dylan Hughes getting all of it, throwing it all the way in. Look at that tap in the cones. Oh man, AASBO applying the pressure. Wow. Yeah, great job by both the drivers so far. Let's see how they handle this. Into that final outer zone goes Dylan Hughes all the way out there, just on the edge of the course, taking out that finish line cone. Fast Freddy's Pizza. We saw the video. If you haven't watched it, check it out. Toyota USA on social media. Fredric AASBO, that Rockstar energy drink. Toyota GR Supra. Dylan Hughes, that Permatex GT Radial BMW into that first outside zone. Works it into the second. You can see Fredric going a little deeper than Dylan Hughes, but he still does mimic that angle. Look at the proximity from Dylan Hughes. Here comes Fredric AASBO on that inside clip. Both of them just wrapping around it nice and clean, very tidy. Clinical by both the drivers now into that final outside zone. Proximity, getting it, rubbing it. Hughes out front, Permatex, fast orange BMW. He's on GT Radials. Let's see how he goes, initiating. Really gets all the way out there, actually just exceeds that track line just a little bit. Now Dylan Hughes, look at that angle from him, but Fredric AASBO jumps right to the side of him. That's exactly what he needed to do, and look at Dylan gripping. Oh, comes out of drift a little bit, has a small little bobble and a mistake. He could definitely make up for it here in this last outside zone, using all of the track and taking out that finish line cone. And here we go, Ryan Turk is gone. So here we go. Fredric AASBO, Travis Reeder. Who's going against Chris Forsberg in the final four? AASBO initiates into that outside zone. Reeder trying to hunt him down. Talking about how well these gentlemen are driving. Oh, and Travis Reeder takes a lot of angle out of it. Almost makes contact with the gold-nosed Toyota Supra. Some wavering back and forth. These guys are kind of chopping it up quite a bit. Reeder goes, ooh, that's a big correction there. So as AASBO and Reeder, unfortunately Reeder in that chase position, having a lot of hiccups.
Taking the lead.
Here we go, Reeder. He needs a mistake here from Fredric AASBO in order to advance on. He needs to put down a solid lead run. He has done it. That's why he's here at this point, here in the grade 8. And Travis Reeder, that
dangerously
BMW,
close.
Yeah, that was a solid initiation here. And now into that second outside zone, AASBO, one of the best in the biz, making it look easy with that Supra. You see the early exit from Reeder, big angle from him.
Almost playing with fire here, AASBO.
Yeah, AASBO really dancing with the devil. Coincidentally, the blood red BMW of Reeder.
You know, he must really trust Reeder a lot.
Fredric AASBO will lead. Chris Forsberg will give chase as they leave the start line. The conditions are drying out just a little bit, so I feel like we will be seeing a little higher speeds here coming to that first outer zone. Wonder if the gearing's going to work out for Fredric AASBO as Chris Forsberg takes a shallower line here. Fredric goes all the way out to that second outer zone. And now Chris gets that. Look at that, that absolute proximity. And now, ooh, it shallows up, takes out that front clip.
He had to do it.
Yeah, he had to do that. And then goes into that final outer zone. So shallow by Chris Forsberg. And this is a must-win for him. All right, here we go. Chris Forsberg will now lead this second run of this top four battle. Chris Forsberg comes into that first outer zone. Sending it here into the second outer zone.
Okay, we're going.
Fredric AASBO, oh yeah, we're getting some speed, baby. Here we go. So into that second, right here is where he's shooting forward. But they both seem to be handling it here. But like you said, gripping up. And both of them wrapping around that front clip. Look at that.
Oh,
Chris Forsberg
some ground.
grips away in that final outer zone. But Brian, is that enough? Forsberg definitely had a major mistake. That's right, here we go. Let's send it. Send it, here we go. Fredric AASBO will lead. Chris Forsberg giving chase, coming down the chute underneath the tower of power. Fredric AASBO goes in that first outside zone. Both these guys gripping up, put some grip in the car. That is smoke, my friends. Yes, sir. Now to that second outside zone. This is where we saw them gripping up, Ryan. Let's see how they manage
They do have some experience now with these drier conditions. Into that front flip, both of them wrapping around just as I say that. Chris glances it just a little bit into that third and final outer zone. Chris Forsberg gets in it and then comes out a little big extinguish. It's go time. Send it, fellas. Forsberg now out front. AASBO hunting him down. The NOS Energy Drink Nissan 370Z using all of the course. Looks like AASBO gets to the side of him. Good composure there from Fredric AASBO. Could have easily got to the side of that 370Z. And now, oh, wow, getting all of that outside zone. Fredric AASBO. Look at Forsberg pulling away from Freddie. The grip is back. The boys are back in town, baby. AASBO will lead. Rockstar Energy. Toyota GR Supra. Ditto tires will lead. Now throws it into that first outside zone. You can see him hammering down as the sun shining off the gold nose and tail of that of Fredric AASBO. Now look at Rome. Rome Charpentier, really consistent through the course. Fluid, both these guys. Ryan, I'd love to hear your analysis here. The Dylan Hughes battle. Now on front, the Garagistic Federal Tire BMW E36 from Rome Charpentier. All right, let's see Rome going in and Fredric AASBO nosing in. Look at that. Great mimicking of angle. Amazing proximity there for Fredric AASBO. Now into that second outside zone. Looks like Rome dives in. Fredric AASBO tempers that flame. Really good. And then bam, drops right to the side of Rome Charpentier. Whoa! And Rome.
We're going to go back and just take it on board and figure out how to move forward.
Rule books are developed. They're not set in stone. They develop, they enhance. Here we go. Fredric AASBO absolutely shining bright like a diamond here. Fredric AASBO pulling away from Rome Charpentier. So not making it an easy task there from Rome as, wow, just as I say that, gets to the side of that Toyota Supra. Rome Charpentier now brings him to that third outside zone. And Fredric AASBO puts the Norwegian hammer in his right foot and hammers down on his wing. And I think it's a great, you know what, hats off to Rome. Let's see how he fares. Rome Charpentier, you got one battle under your belt, top 16. Don't leave it in the judges' hands as Rome initiates with a clean air. Massive angle there. Fredric AASBO, I think, is going to give him a little bit of room here, and then he's going to try to stick it to the door of that BMW E36. Now watch this. This is where Fredric AASBO could really twist the knife on Rome Charpentier, and that, another, what?
He did it again.
Rockstar Energy Drink, Toyota Supra, the GR Supra, Gazoo Racing, and then Yves Meyer in his Drift Force BMW. Initiating into that bank, there's Fredric AASBO going for it. Remember, your number 2 qualifier, Yves Meyer, has a big hill to climb. Going against the Norwegian hammer, that second outside zone. Yves Meyer, you can see him just pedaling back, keeping the control. But Fredric AASBO, we saw that earlier from today as AASBO against Rome. They had that one more time. But Yves Meyer could really throw down and ruin AASBO's day. Let's see what Yves got up his sleeve. Yves Meyer initiates. And there's AASBO. No backing down from the Norwegian hammer. Into that second outside zone, going into the crease, getting into the groove. In that second outside zone. Oh my goodness, look at that, the gold nose. Just barely letting Yves Meyer, that BMW, go by. And through the smoke, you can see the headlights shining. Look at that, AASBO backing off a little bit. AASBO, Vaughn Gittin Jr. Go look into that, somebody. Fredric AASBO in that Rockstar Energy Drink Toyota GR Supra. Leading the pack here in that first outside zone. Got gold and chrome. Ripping around the track. Fredric AASBO, Vaughn Gittin Jr. We saw this with Odie where he leaves himself a lot of room, but he might be able to grip up now. Look at that. Fredric AASBO pulling that front right, as does Vaughn Gittin Jr. These guys hitting the 3-wheel motions. Looks like AASBO left a little in the tank here as we go down to the final 4.
Against Vaughn Gittin Jr.
Here we go, the second half of this battle. Who's going to the finals? Vaughn Gittin Jr., Fredric AASBO, let's send it! Here we go, Vaughn Gittin Jr. initiates. AASBO very low on the bank, very surprising, as Gittin has some in the tank as he goes against the Norwegian hammer. The professional fun hammer into that second outside zone. AASBO. Something is afoot. All ditto tire. As Vaughn almost spinning out. What is going? They might be out of tire, Ryan.
Yep.
I believe both drivers.
Taylor Hole. All right, and here we go. We got a clean start. Through the start chicane, no cone for hits. No return, initiating past that final cone. Nice job by both the drivers. Like to see Taylor Hole a little bit closer here. Taylor Hole dropping down on the bank. Both of them dropping down into the power alley. Shallow line there by Taylor Hole. Fredric fills all of outside zone 2 and 3. Past that front clip, both of them on that first hash mark and into outside zone 4. Freddie goes a little bit deep with Odie going out early in 32 against Chelsea Denofa. Here's Taylor Hole through the chicane. Let's see how this Intimidator does. Goes in, Fredric AASBO right there in his rearview mirror, right in the side door. Look at this, Taylor Hole, great lead run, but cannot shake the rock star that is the Norwegian Hammer, Fredric AASBO. Good transition, throws it into that third outside zone. Taylor Hole putting it down for his family right now. Into that last outside zone. Woo! Door to door. The right side is stacked.
Right side
Not
is.
taking anything away from the left. You got Denofa, you got Essa, of course you got Hughes, but here we go. Brandon Scarpelli tuning in. Here we go. Chris Forsberg leading Fredric AASBO, giving chase. Woo! Chris Forsberg initiates. Look at this, door to door. Oh, did AASBO give a little gold nose tap? Chris Forsberg stays in it. Look at these two champions going toe-to-toe, mano-a-mano. Second outside zone, the power alley living up to its name. A swing into that front clip goes Forsberg and AASBO transitioning down to that final outside zone. Forsberg deep, AASBO right.
I just don't know how the judges are going to take the little tap on the big bank.
This is it. Here we go, Mike McDonald showing up as well. Thank you for joining us, Michael. As Fredric AASBO will lead Chris Forsberg, giving chase. Big initiation there from Fredric AASBO, trying to pull away from him. Forsberg reeling him in. Here we go, right to the wall. Both of them at similar height. Again, you want to follow that tire trail. Now coming to that second outside zone, transitioning into power alley. So AASBO goes deep. Chris comes up a little bit short. Tight on that front clip. Make some noise, Seattle. Rounding that final turn and that final outside zone 4. Topics tuning in here. Moses watching. Here we go. Chris Forsberg will lead as he's our number 2 qualifier. AASBO giving chase. NOS energy drink versus Rockstar. Forsberg versus AASBO. Throwing it in is Chris Forsberg. Big angle from him. Chris, you can see him dragging on the wall. AASBO just a slight bit lower there of that tire trail. Now coming to the outside zone 2, filling all of it. AASBO barely dips that back left. Nice job by AASBO. We got contact. Stays in and AASBO straightens out after that contact. Now in that final outside zone goes Forsberg and across that finish line. My goodness. All right, here we go. The second half of this battle, AASBO versus Forsberg. Run 2 of this championship battle, meaning they are 2 champions, and we're only in the Royal Purple top 16. So here we go, AASBO throwing in, Chris Forsberg, you can see, gaining some ground here. Now coming down into the power alley, how are they gonna fare? Here's AASBO deep in that second outside zone. Chris Forsberg, you can see him massaging into the third. Not as deep as AASBO, around that front clip. Now bringing it into that final outside zone goes AASBO and Forsberg across the finish line. Here we go, that Rockstar Energy Drink Ditto Tire. GR Toyota Racing Supra. Coming down now into that outside zone. Kyle Mohan hunting down that KMR 99 Mazda RX-8. Renewable Lubricants Mazda Tricks RX-8 now past the inside clip into the third outside zone. Separating himself into that final outside zone. Goes AASBO. Mohan right there hanging tough. The gold Rockstar Energy Drink Toyota GR Supra coming out of the cannon. Coming in that first outside zone, throws it in. There goes Fredric AASBO. Masayama, he's absolutely on one right now. And oh, and just as I say that, he throws it in, and oh boy, looks like AASBO had to kind of wrap it around him. Masayama, he just threw caution in, and it came back Octung baby. So danger for him. AASBO, run 2. Get a restart there. That won't count against him. That's just 1 strike. 3 strikes, you're out. And Masayama initiates. Fredric AASBO, I thought he would chill, but 0 chill. The Norwegian Hammer strikes down. And Masayama into the inside clip and brings it into that third outside zone, knocking over that indicator. But remember, Masayama has that deficit, has that mistake. And man, Osbo, this grade 8. But right now, the Link ECU, the official engine management of Formula Drift, Link ECU grade 8, Fredric Osbo initiates into that first outside zone. Michael Essa chasing him down. Fredric Osbo looks like big angle from him. He's in the three-wheel motion into that front clip. Michael Essa taps it. Ooh, Michael flirting with the dirt. And then he just keeps on going past. Fredric Osbo fills all that outside zone. Michael Essa right there. But it seems that... No, I don't think so, Justin. I think get that handbrake handle. Here we go. Michael Essa, Fredric Osbo leaving the start line. Essa will lead. Ooh, Fredric Osbo getting aggressive out of the gate. Is that too much? No, not at all. Good composure here. Passing around that inside clip. Michael Essa, look at Osbo flexing on him. Ryan, you always said he peaks at the right time, and right now Osbo is doing that. Gives him a little bit of room. Was that too much?
Against Osbo. Osbo's got to step up, right? He wants to take advantage of this opportunity.
The one more time battle here between Osbo and Essa. Osbo initiates in that outside zone. Look at Essa! Whoa, doctor! And unfortunately, he bit off more than he could chew. His eyes were bigger than his stomach, and a little bit of a yard sale there in that first outside zone, Ryan. And Osbo does have to continue through the course, and that will be a solid run there, really hard up front. Osbo, I'm sure, will pedal back. He has a major advantage. Again, the winner of this goes in the final four. Essa out front, again, with that disadvantage. Now, Fredric Osbo tucks into that second outside zone, and around that front clip go both the drivers. Don't DB there, fellas. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter at this point, but into that final outside zone, and the GT radials and the NATO tires stay.
Deep history here.
Yeah, Mr. Plow. Yeah, at least the lights are still on. Here we go. Fredric Osbo initiates. The lights are on in a major way. The Type S lights, that is, as Fredric Osbo initiates. Oh, and Von King Jr. He rotates. He overcooks it. And Fredric Osbo continues on through the course. He does need to continue as long as he finishes out this run.
I did not expect that. Papadakis Racing wins here no matter what.
Oh, got it, yes.
Yeah.
They fell victim to Chelsea Denofa. Their vehicle's unable to work.
Both of them, yeah. So now they're coming back the following round, and one of them is going to get the victory.
All right, so Papadakis Racing, as you said, just repeating what Ryan's saying. Backtrack 2 rounds ago, Erie, Pennsylvania. Fredric Osbo ready to go to the finals? Nope, car unable to be fixed. Backtracking to Seattle. Here we go, 1, 2, 3, send it! Here we go, Fredric Osbo out front, Ryan Turk in that chase position. Coming down to that first inside clip. Whoa, buddy! Excuse me, the first outside zone, now to that second outside zone. Now into the one, the only Peninsula inside clip, into that third outside zone. Ryan Turk in tow, the gold Supra, bringing around. Oh man, Ryan Turk hits the wall. Ryan Turk taps the wall, gets out of shape.
We know Ryan Turk has got a deficit. There was no mistake from Osbo. It was a great run up until that point. Let's finish it.
Here we go, send it, put him in a body bag, Johnny. Ryan Turk initiates in that first outside zone, now approaching the second outside zone, and now into the one and only front clip. Both of them hitting that 3-wheel motion, now into that third outside zone, a transition where Ryan Turk hit the side. As long as Fredric Osbo keeps it clean, he should get the win. Ryan Turk and Fredric Osbo on Europa, leaving the start light. And here we go, let's see if we get a clean start. Yes, we do. The Gold Nose Rockstar, Toyota Racing, Toyota Supra. Now coming on in, there goes Fredric Osbo, massive angle there, just barely kissing that touch and go, filling all that first outside zone, getting into zone 1, now 2. Trent Beecham now gets the side of him. And now around that final front clip, a great effort there by Beecham. Competition in St. Louis. Trent Beecham is really going to need to throw down, but he's got this champ in his rearview mirror. Beecham initiates, let's see if he can get out of that touch and go. Ooh, big correction there. You can see grips up, comes up very shallow, laps up angle there for Beecham. But Fredric Osbo does a great job adapting to Trent Beecham, making those mistakes, but Osbo showing you the Fredric Osbo and Jeff Jones. Here we go through that chicane, no cones were hit, we got a clean start. Fredric Osbo, the Rockstar Energy Drink, Toyota GR Supra. Now coming into view, yes, outside touch and go, quick little
like quiver there for Fredric AASBO. Look at Jeff Jones right there. Jeff Jones coming on down into that final inside clip, knocking it over, but look at that. Jeff Jones out front. Edelbrock, GT Radial, 818, CPR, Nissan 370Z leading the Rockstar Energy Drink, Toyota GR Supra. Coming out into that touch and go. Jeff Jones goes all the way out there. Transitions back. Look at Jeff Jones. Can he be the giant killer? Taking on AASBO. AASBO, big pressure here. Now past that touch and go. Here comes Jones and brings it right around. Oh, wow. Okay, here we go. As AASBO leads the Rockstar Toyota Supra. Look at this coming in. Masayama handles the Norwegian Hammer. Transition. Oh, look at AASBO shredding, just peeling back that wing like a banana. Banana split as he opens up, peels the banana, splits away from Masayama. Well done. Let's see him extinguish. And there we go, Masayama. Clean start, man, he was flirting with those cones, but this would have been a strike. Here we go, nice, nasty flick by Masayama, but AASBO, oh, very shallow off that touch and go. Masayama letting it hang out. AASBO taking a shallower line, but modifying, I believe, to Masayama's shallow line as well. And again, this is the final four to dictate who is going in to compete against Odie. All right, pulling off the line, we got a clean start. Let's see what Fredric AASBO's got going on, what he's got cooking. We saw these guys go one more time times before, and here we are again. Because these guys have seen so many battles over the years. And there, AASBO puts the car in the right place. Vaughn getting Jr. We got chrome and gold. All precious metals. Jr. Fredric AASBO. Let's get a clean start here. And that's exactly what we get. Vaughn Jr. leading. The lead car has the right of way. Fires across the nose of that Toyota Supra, and Vaughn, banging bumpers, transitioning. Looks like it throws him off a little bit, but Fredric AASBO keeps pace, transitions in and around that final clip. And here we go. Fredric AASBO, let's send in Long Beach. Who's getting the victory? Where are my AASBO fans at? Where are my Odie fans at? Where are my Formula Gym fans at? Let's send in Fredric AASBO coming into view now. Outside touch and go, dragging bumper. Odie Boxy chasing him down into that first outside zone. Fredric AASBO and Odie Boxy now in that second outside zone. Approaching the touch and go, and now that inside clip, a solid execution by both the drivers. There we go. Way to go. Top, Ryan Sage on three. 1, 2, 3, send it. Here we go. Odie Boxy's out of the chute. We got a clean start. Now initiating into the touch and go. Odie Boxy brings it into the wall. Fredric AASBO transitions. Now into that second outside zone. Fredric AASBO right there. And now bringing around that final clip. Looks like we got a clean start. Fredric AASBO leading that Rockstar Energy Drink Toyota GR Supra. Jonathan Hurst in the Cash Racing G37. Fredric AASBO initiates to the bank really high. But look at Hurst, gains some ground. He wobbles his way to the side of Fredric AASBO. Now coming down into that first front clip. Oh, here comes Hurst. We got contact, but it continues on the Norwegian Hammer. Look at that, continues on through the course. The Rockstar front and center as Hurst. So the brand new stroke. Jonathan Hurst leaves the start line. A little slow roll. No cones hit. Here we go. Run two of this battle. First battle of the Royal Purple. Top 16. Jonathan Hurst initiates. Right as eyes AASBO. Looks like AASBO gets in formation. Now Hurst past that inside clip. Into that second outside zone. There goes Hurst. AASBO. Not as deep as Hurst. But I think he knows to kind of just keep a composure here. And now into that final outside zone. Well done. I mean, one of the best chase drivers in the game. And Ryan Turk. Toyota Rockstar Nitto Tires. Here we go. Fredric AASBO, Ryan Turk in the Great 8. Fredric AASBO initiates. Ryan Turk just does the same. And look at that, Fredric AASBO not even affected by Ryan Turk in his presence. Now transitions past that first inside clip, coming in that second outside zone. Fredric AASBO brings it on in. Ryan Turk does the same, look at that. Digging himself into that Ditto tire smoke. Ryan Turk surges past that second inside clip, approaching, pulling some tire up. Three-wheel motion by Fredric AASBO, Norwegian Hammer. Ryan Turk makes some noise. Irwindale.
With the Supra, and here he is behind the wheel of a new Supra, and he has flying that Toyota flag for many years. Here we go, Ryan Turk out front.
Ryan Turk throws it high, and look at that, Fredric AASBO, not as high, but he massages it a little bit up, as now coming into that first inside clip. Transition is Ryan Turk, past the inside clip, into that second outside zone. Mimicking each other. Ryan Turk with a little bit more angle than Fredric AASBO, a little bit lower line there from Freddie as he takes out that second inside clip into that last outside zone. And Fredric AASBO right there to the side of Ryan Turk. Ryan, we are splitting. Had to win. Novak was on the other side, right? And then it went to it one more time. So here we are. It is do or die. If Fredric AASBO gets the win against the two-time champion Vaughn Gate Jr., he'll be your 2021 Formula Drift champion. Here we go, Fredric AASBO high on the bank in that outside zone into the first inside clip. Down to the second outside zone goes AASBO and Gate. Vaughn Gate Jr. doing a great job mimicking the angle and digging deep in that second outside zone. Now to that final outside zone goes AASBO, both that pulling up that front right wheel. Vaughn Gate Jr. loses the pit proximity. Formula Drift champion. Here we go. Send it. Vaughn Gate Jr., Fredric AASBO, Monster vs. Rockstar, Ford vs. Toyota. Vaughn Gate Jr., his last Formula Drift competition as Vaughn leads in that first outside zone, transitioning past the first front clip. Now in the second, Vaughn leads in AASBO. AASBO right there. Is there enough to have a deciding factor here, Ryan? Into that final outside zone. Look at that, Vaughn Gate Jr. shooting flames. AASBO leading. Bakshi's giving chase. Send it. Here we go. Fredric AASBO, Odie Bakshi's. The finals here at Irwindale Speedway. AASBO leaving it all out of the track. This is it. His brand new stroke engine leading the pack. The Rockstar Energy Drink. Toyota GR Supra coming to that second outside zone. Odie Bakshi's trying to fight back. Puts it right to the side of the Toyota Supra. Opening a can of worms. Literally, the can of worms being a Toyota Supra. Oh! And the first mistake, really, we've seen from Fredric. Odie Bakshi's, Fredric AASBO. Let's send it! Bakshi's and AASBO. Odie Bakshi's initiates. You can see Fredric AASBO taking a bit of a lower line. Odie doesn't get as high as well, allowing AASBO to gain that proximity. Now to that second outside zone. Look at AASBO on the attack, knocking out some body parts. Headed on into that second inside clip. AASBO grinding in that Ditto tire into the door of the Falcon tire S15. Bringing